Splintered Blog 4. Blame it on the brain. It all starts with a beginning, yes? A prompt or mental byline meant to stake its claim on a kind of disparate reasoning. Indirect provocation quickly pushes random shadows from their holding places, only to be left with shards bereft of absolute meaning. And it only gets less tethered from there. Often, scattered fragments coalesce and represent the largesse of some prior form of understanding. Other times, the act of scattering is in itself a timely revelation. It doesn't always work out that way, but sometimes it does, which is about as predictably circular as you're likely to get under all but the most short-sighted circumstances. As a matter of course, naturally. Deep breath. But when meandering patterns have their savage happenings properly managed, they align themselves with courses unable to force a less literal interpretation, which happens to be a common occurrence at least some of the time. Exhortations follow and add some extra padding. By then it's too late to avoid even the most practical outcome. Not that boundary setting can't attach an average amount of expectation to the matter, gray or otherwise. Any attempt to shackle a rambling output places other unrelated aptitudes at risk, damaging the stand before it even finds its footing. This isn't to say that prearranged guidelines can't help in hindsight or make a mess of many grading works in progress, whether master shattered. Exhale. The whole intended plan bakes insanely so that any incongruity barely makes its own presence known. Other matters bend and bind themselves together, rarely satiated by the final outcome, however comprehensive it might be. No other explanation seems relevant. And so the royal we engage the flow as if it hasn't any chance to be disputed, pressed, or otherwise provided with a lax attempt at damage control, leaving glasswork splatters strewn across the well-intentioned path of lost resistance. Ineptly planned and often random, its sadly faulty traction leaves the mask of sanity relieved, at which time altered offers of indemnity are falsely rated. Gray or stayed, or otherwise conflated, all for almost nothing.